Tell you what, on that horse, I will totally... Oh, fuck.
Oh.
I'll totally use the EXE is what I was going to say. The one that you wanted to see.
Yeah. Let's see.
To execute, both must either be human or CPU. We are both human.
They are.
The fuck? Why can't I do it? Oh, it also takes 2 EXEs.
But we have that many.
I know, we've got 3. I don't know.
Maybe I'll go.
Yeah, we'll try it with Nep and see. Do you have to be
Nope.
next?
Nope.
Oh, do we not have a 3 for Lily rank yet?
Oh, yeah, we don't. Okay, that makes sense.
So do we have to put one behind the other for a while?
That's a way to do Lily rank, but you don't have to do it that way.
Okay, so just having them fight together is going to be enough?
So having them fight together does...
What are they at right now?
Does boost Lily rank, but, I don't know. Let me check. Okay, it's under party. And
Lily
ranks.
ranks.
And this is Vert's Lily rank tree, and she's at 2 with Nep.
And does it give us like the stat for how long to get the next one?
I don't think it actually does. I don't think it does. I mean, if it did, we'd see it for If and Vert, and we're not seeing it.
Well, maybe
for
not on
Vert.
this thing. Go back to the other screen.
Okay. There you go. What do you want?
Just select Neptune. It
There's
doesn't have a
There's
select.
no select.
What happens when you press Y?
I can do this. I can bring up
Okay,
skills.
it doesn't have. There's no meters.
No.
Okay.
No,
Wow, that's
there
annoying.
isn't.
That's annoying.
I don't know what to say. There's nothing I can do.
Well, eventually we'll get that.
Yeah. I don't know when, but yeah, eventually.
Yeah, maybe next
this
time
is,
we do.
again, oh fuck! It's a big doggo. Okay, this
if you
is.
can't
I was gonna
stand
say.
the heat, and if you can't run with the big dogs, stay under the porch.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking.
Gross. But this is again like the 3rd or 4th time I think that we've used this particular background and all of these assets. By the way, have you noticed?
Yeah, it's getting annoying. Someone in the comments, please tell us if later games give us more variety of environment.
Oh, I wouldn't even be surprised if they give you less, to be honest. I know it sounds weird, but like there are a handful of games, especially there are actually a handful of Sega games I can think of that have backgrounds like this where they reuse assets forever, basically. Like Phantasy Star kind of does that. Where Phantasy Star is a great fucking game series. Like Phantasy Star Online specifically is really, really good. And they just reuse the same backgrounds forever, infinitely.
Man.
To the point where I want to say, fuck, what is it? They, Phantasy Star, I want to say it's Phantasy Star Zero is what the game is called. It's a really, really good game that they do. Hold on, I gotta heal. It's a really, really good game that came out on DS. It has like 8 dungeons, and that's it. And the dungeons are identical almost every time you walk into them, and they all have the same bosses at the end.
What the hell?
Like it's a real good game. It's got a real robust storyline, but then it's like, yeah, and then on top of that, it's just like the same 8 places with the same 8 bosses over and over. And
Yeah,
over.
like I've said in the past that I am perfectly fine with a game that's basically the incredibly dense, plot-heavy equivalent of like a doorstopper fantasy novel, but you're detracting from your story if the visuals are the same every time. Because in a story, like a written story, you can describe other places and your brain fills in the blanks. It's like, this forest is slightly different from this forest because it's in this part of the world with this history. It's like you can come up with that stuff and you piece it together. The point of a video game is that you have visuals in addition, unless it's a text adventure, which wouldn't have this problem. But like you're detracting from it. You're making your story worse when your graphics don't at least impose like variety.
Yeah.
Like graphics aren't everything. I'm definitely the kind of person who, when you tell me the stats on a console and how it can give you the most realistic shit, I'm like, who the fuck cares? But if you can't even like give me a slightly different kind of grass texture every so often, it's like, why did you do this? Why make this like this? But I mean, I've had that problem with a lot of the stuff in this game anyways, where it does seem graphically lazy. Like, they put all of their budget into giving characters, these single arts that slightly move when they talk.
Yeah.
And then, like, they've got a great battle system that's just hampered by the fact that the plot is poorly visualized, and the backgrounds on everything are just it's been how many different kinds? The forest, this mountain area, the cave, like a ruin, that weird techno place.
Yeah, the weird techno
Yeah, there's
place.
not that many, though. It's like 5 or something.
Another next door, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So this is an area that has one of those. That's a
Waifu
neat
moth.
one. Yeah, something like that.
Welcome to Waifu Moth. We've got 30 days of this
she is a
swallowtail.
swallowtail.
I like her design.
That's a very human moth, yeah.
She's just a fairy.
Oh yeah, and then an upgrade of the cats.
Oh,
Koopa
yeah.
kitties. Because they're
Moogles.
They're meowgles.
They are. That's cute. I like them. I mean, they're basically just Mews from Monster Rancher.
Monster Rancher, but like slightly different.
Yeah.
I was thinking it too the entire time. I was like, is this a reference to Monster Rancher? And then
It's
I
a
realized
Monster Rancher Moogle.
Yeah, it's just like this one kind of clinches it. It's just a Moogle.
Yeah. That's fine. It's cute.
Yeah, it's fine. Wahaha.
Oh, have we ever really used Plutie as our leader?
Nope.
That's a nice change of pace.
Yep. Her attack for going into the like surprise attack is really short range. I can't help but notice she's not a very good leader. Like just in terms of like
I noticed,
actual attack distance.
I noticed she boings the way Neptune does.
Yeah, she does. Well, they're the same person
yeah.
from 2 separate universes or whatever.
Yeah, but like she's doing the same quirks as opposed to a bunch of the other things about her are tangibly different.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
genuinely curious about how that whole alternate universe thing works for the sake of like what Plutia's whole story is. I'm interested.
Well, we'll figure it out eventually. It's not going to be in this game, but
Yeah, but this is our life now. This is our wife now.
Yeah, something like that.
So
Okay.
we'll just keep doing this until we die.
Fuck. Pishi's been virused. These guys, by the way, do virus as just a part of their everyday everything.
Neat.
Yeah, I don't know why they do it.
I don't know.
I guess Moogles are just inherently very dirty animals.
Maybe. Maybe they're just, it's a cat thing. They've got that toxoplasmosis all over them.
Oh, gross. Cats don't have that all over them. That's not how that works.
Well, maybe it does for Moogle cats. These guys,
maybe.
though, these guys virus up, like,
yeah, you
real
gotta be
bad.
careful with these guys because they just turn into virus over time instead.
Yeah, and then they become impossible to hit.
Well, they don't become impossible to hit, they just become, like, they get all of their life back, which is the biggest pain in the ass. But then on top of that, they get, like, just a bunch of other shit going on, and it's like, oh, great. Yeah, their fucking speed goes up, though, so your accuracy has to be super hard to hit them, yeah. Or super high to hit them, sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, that one was getting hard to hit.
Yeah. Well, they didn't change or anything at that point.
Okay. What's everyone's levels at? Like 30?
High?
30-something for everyone.
Yeah, for most people, I think. 34, 31, 28, 30, 31, 31.
Okay. So, the more enemies I see, the more I wish this game had like a monster capturing minigame, which I think is true of everything I've ever played, ever.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like some games, in the defense of some games, some of them totally went that route as well. Like
Dragon
Hunter.
Quest monsters?
Actually, you know what? Monster Hunter did actually go that direction at some point.
Oh, yeah,
I
I've
meant
heard of
Dragon
that.
Quest, but yes, Monster Hunter also did that at some point. But yeah, no, Dragon Quest has an entire series of games dedicated to being a monster catcher game. SMT, like Shin Megami Tensei, kind of the first few really were just that. But then you could argue that Demi-Kids, which is the Shin Megami Tensei Pokemon for kids, because the normal Shin Megami Tensei is Pokemon for adults. Demi-Kids is more like Persona, I think, than it is like traditional Shin Megami Tensei.
We've never played those, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
I just think that this particular setting, with it being incredibly meta, and the whole you make games and use them as equipment, could be combined with the idea of taking some of these monsters. Like, you could have done something really great with that and had it be like, oh, well, I've captured this Xbox skeleton and this Moogle, and I've got chips for making a harem game, and I'm going to put them into this 8-track cassette. And I'm just going to fuse those together. And then you get little quirks that way.
I should point out, by the way, I used to have the Demi-Kids game, one of them.
Oh, yeah, that's like
and I don't have it anymore, and I'm really angry about it.
Yeah, that's one of the ones you sold back to GameStop and didn't realize later that it was rare.
I don't actually know if that's what it was. I don't think that's what it was. I think I just don't know where it is. I think I just lost it. Oh,
that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a guy in a chat I'm in that mentioned like a week ago that he had taken all of his Pokemon from like 4th gen and had them consolidated into a 5th gen into Black and White or whatever. And he had like a whole bunch of shit in it, and he was in a GameStop and thinks he misplaced that cartridge there. And then he thinks it wound up being put into their inventory and he never saw it again. And it was painful to hear that.
Yeah.
It's like, my God, that's the
really
worst.
Messed up.
And some fucking GameStop made $30+ off the sale of that if it sold, if they did put it back into their inventory.
35 depending on the game.
Yeah, it would have been Black and White, so around there. Maybe more?
Yeah, I think Black and White may have been the one that they were selling for. I think that's early enough that they are still doing 35 for it.
I want to say the older are more expensive. Like, if you tried to get, like, Fire Red, it would be, like, 40.
No, I don't think that's entirely true. I know for a fact that they
Just
do...
use a spell.
No, her spells don't always reach that far.
Oh.
I guess that one would, though. But, like, one of the things... Also, it's going to take up a bunch of SP.
She has the most, though.
Yeah, but it's not enough to make that worth it, to be honest. But, see, because look at her SP now. Yeah, it's still... One spell takes about 1/3 of her entire SP
That's
bar.
nuts.
Yeah, having a character who does specifically magic in this game is like a death sentence. But fucking Heart Gold Soul Silver is the most fucked up sale if you're getting it from GameStop, because Heart Gold Soul Silver.
Is that a virus?
Yeah, when it when it first came out, Heart Gold Soul Silver was, I want to say, instead of $40 like all the other games, it was $45, $46, and that was because of the whatchamacallit, the Pokewalker.
Yeah, that makes sense. But now they sell it without the Pokewalker.
Yeah, but now they sell it without the Pokewalker, but the price is still $30 to $40 or something like that, because it's a Pokemon game, so we have to sell it for this amount. But then we need to add the extra $5 because the game is always $5 more expensive, and it's like, fuck right off. That's the worst.
It is. Oh, white cat ears.
Yeah,
Did we have that?
No. I don't think so. It's not hers. Oh.
No.
Not hers. Not hers. Not hers.
I'm gonna guess from the area. Yeah, I was gonna guess it might be Vert.
Luck down.
Oh.
That's all they do.
Well, I want to take a closer look at them, so let's zoom in.
Well, they look nice.
Yeah.
But all they do is lower her luck. That's it.
They do, since it's related to the ribbon and back, change the ribbon a little bit.
Yeah, slightly.
Yeah. So it's like 2 accessories, but with a luck down. Which is weird, because lucky cats are a thing.
Yeah, but it's a white cat instead of a black
Yeah, right, so it should be lucky.
No, so it should be lucky, I know, I agree. I don't know what's up.
I don't know.
I don't get it either.
I don't know why you'd have any accessory that's got lower stats than the starting accessory. I don't get it.
That happens a lot in games, though. Like, in all fairness, that's not something that is completely
Well, it doesn't
unique
give
to
you
this.
a different stat up. It's not a trade-off.
Yeah. But I mean, like, sometimes you just... Like, if we're talking about Dark Souls, too, Dark Souls has, like, anything you pick up off of The enemies, like just the normal, just undead enemies, that shit's gonna be way worse than your starting equipment.
Well, we weren't talking about Dark Souls, but yeah, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is up with that?
I don't know.
Like, I guess if there's, like, lore reasons for it, or it has some other use, like if it has a skill that other things don't, or if you can trade them to someone for something, which I guess you can sort of do.
I think we talked about it the last time that we played Dark Souls, where I mentioned that in some games with certain builds, you are totally free to just take your starting equipment and finish the game with it. Like, some of the starting equipment is good enough that, hey, you could just have this forever. And it doesn't really matter.
Not including weapons, right?
No, including weapons.
Okay.
In some cases, totally including weapons. Fuck. I want to say one of the games starts you off with a mace, and I think you can literally use that mace from the beginning of the game to the end of the game, and it doesn't actually matter. In Dark Souls 3, you can get a weapon in the first 15 minutes of the game, and use that weapon until the very end of the game. It's specifically
so
it is one of the katanas. I don't think it's an Ayato, but it might be.
Yeah, anyways, if there's probably a bunch of people watching this LP who do not watch our Dark Souls LP, in part because we weren't doing it for the entirety of February.
No, we weren't.
Yeah, Waifu Month didn't have room for it.
Yeah,
but,
and a lot of people are kind of scared of that high number because it's got a lot of episodes.
The thing with our Dark Souls LP is that I not only had never played Dark Souls before, but also find the game kind of dumb and bad. And Josh thought, hey, let's make her play it. So it's Megan plays. Josh is like a bit of a tour guide and a bit of a troll at the same time. What?
I'm not how am I a troll?
Sometimes you forget whether or not something does a thing, and then you tell me stuff that turns out to be not quite correct, and that's not really your fault. But it's a wild card sort of advice factor, and it does mix things up a little bit. We've gotten back into it. We've actually made some progress that probably hasn't been posted to the YouTube yet. Just like a nice little spoiler for people who may be interested. There's a point in it where I just start screaming at them to shut up.
Yeah, no.
Are you gonna edit that out?
No, I haven't. She gets legitimately angry at me at some point. I forget where it is, but it's somewhere.
Yeah, but screaming at you helps me beat the boss.
It's something like that.
Yeah, we have a Dark Souls. It's actually one of our lowest viewed LPs.
No, it's
probably because I'm so negative about the game. I'll admit, people find it...
Yeah, there's a lot of people who find that pretty annoying.
People are very defensive of Dark Souls. I don't understand it. People just love that game so much that even hearing that someone doesn't, just I don't know. I've gotten into a lot of like Discord conversations where people are just like, how can you not like this game? And it's like, I don't like it. But, like, if anyone's interested, it's there. We've started doing it again. And we're at a point where we're doing, like, decent progress. So you should go take a look. But we'll probably just become fully initiated Neptune fans by the end of this game and never do anything else.
I think I'm already in for the long haul, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, we gotta find out what happens to all of our weird daughters. Our gamer kids.
Yeah, daughters.
Our daughters from Waifu Month.
Our waifu daughters.
Don't ever say that. That's not good. One or the other, you gotta pick. Dual-classed waifus don't live a good lifeu.
No, I suppose they wouldn't.
But yeah, no, like, well, for as many of these games as are on Steam, we're in for the long haul, I think. Because those will eventually go down to like $5 a game, and that's all good.
Yeah.
For other things, it really depends. I know they put a lot of these games on Vita. We don't have one of those.
No.
We don't have a PS4.
We could probably buy a Vita at this point for fairly cheap because they're fucking like dirt cheap at this point.
Yeah, but we're playing this. We don't have the time to play that.
Yeah, we don't want to. You can get a Vita TV, I think, for $30.
Yeah, and it's on our list, because there's Digimon games for Vita.
Yeah. Older ladies can't pass.
What? Oh, okay. She's just distracting her.
Yeah, she's distracting her.
What?
Mirror.
I'll turn you to ashes.
She pulled out a mirror to show conversation that she's old.
But she doesn't... I mean... I can't tell under the hood. I wish Conversation got a full art.
Yeah.
That would have been nice. But I mean, I think I've just been a bit contrarian about any character who only gets like a small square in the corner. Is that why doesn't this character get full art? It was just I get mad that they don't, and I wind up liking them better for it.
We'll take care of the rest.
So we're gonna beat her
should have
up.
gotten full art.
If we beat her up, does that mean she's gonna have like a 3D model? We might not beat her up directly.
She might turn into a monster.
She
Like,
might
she takes
summon
off her hood and
monsters.
she's a monster.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, I thought you were just an otaku sissy, but you
What? Okay.
I don't know. Oh, you know what?
Rude.
Maybe she'll turn into Vert's HDD. So she'll turn into a version of Lady Greenheart or something
you
like
think
that.
that's a
Because
thing
we've
that
had
people
we've
can
had
do?
to fight Noir. We did have to fight Noir at one point in her HDD form, and then we got her on the team. So maybe this is an inverse of that.
Yeah, but do you think another person can take your HDD
I don't know.
Because if so, you'd think that we would have gotten some... Wouldn't that be fucking amazing if somehow you could just transfer that power onto, like, Compa or If for the sake of some weird plot quirk?
Yeah.
Like when Neptune was poisoned. That would have been great.
Yeah.
Just HDD Compa would have, like, completely just
Would've been
redeemed
strange.
Compa. Would have made it worth keeping her around.
After I defeat you, I will destroy that publisher who got
Oh no!
What is she talking about?
Well, she said that the reason why they figured out her plot so quickly was because Vert had just finished a game where this was literally the plot, and Conversations like, how dare they?
Okay. Oh, waifu.
Well, I won't let you destroy any publisher.
Oh wait,
Oh wait, so she's
she
just
was
Arfoire? Okay.
Okay.
That's the elderly lady we met at
So Arfoire's... Is there any kind of connection you can make between that and the name Conversation?
Ouch! Oh, I kicked the table.
It's okay.
Conversation is my fake form.
You know
Okay.
who she is?
Yes. She's a
I've been waiting for her to show back up.
Yeah.
I must repay you for the last time. The same will not
I
happen
want that
again.
hat. I want that hat in real life.
so it's on.
Maybe the gloves, not the other stuff.
I don't know. That hat looks pretty gaudy and old womanly. Just saying.
What do you think I am?
I don't know. I'm just saying. If you're gonna fight, she won't go easy.
There's this one time we were looking in a Halloween store right after Halloween at clearance stuff, and I kind of wanted to get a cape to wear around the house just to keep warm, and Josh shamed me out of it.
You shouldn't want to buy a cape. I'm
It
just
was
saying.
really thick and warm and velvety, and I was thinking, oh, I could just wear a cape around the
Finish
house.
this.
And he said not to. It would have made me a nerd. I didn't
would've
say I
made
was
you a
gonna wear it
nerd.
outside, which I might have if you hadn't stopped me.
Yeah.
So now I don't own a cape. But I want that hat, too. You can get nice designer witches hats at, like, craft fairs, but they're, like, $40 at least.
Yeah, I
like, $40
guess.
minimum. But I want it anyways. So, donate to our new GoFundMe campaign to get Megan a cape.
No, please.
If we reach our stretch goal of $30, I'll get 2 capes. No, I don't. It's like March, so I don't
Yeah,
think anyone's
no,
selling
nobody's
capes right
selling
now.
capes.
Maybe. Internet might be.
I don't know.
In the comments of this video, just drop some Etsy links to some handmade capes, so I could look at them. And
Please
witch
don't.
hats. No, I mean, I guess people can go directly to my Tumblr and no, you can't put links in the asks. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Just go find me somewhere on the internet at random. Just go into my DeviantArt and send me notes with, like, links to capes and witch hats.
I don't know why you want a cape, to be honest.
Because it's warm. You know I like to be warm.
Capes are not that warm.
You wrap it around yourself. Also, you get a really thick one.
I'm just saying.
Like I'm not talking like a superhero cape. I'm talking like a princess cape that you wear in the woods as you're trying to. Oh, Neptune's
yeah,
dead.
I just noticed.
Yeah,
that's annoying.
the kind of cape you wear when you're chased into the woods during the winter by your evil stepmother. That kind of cape.
Alright.
Just if someone finds me a good one of those, I might buy it. Just to spite Josh.
Please don't spite me.
Why are you so mad? Why are you anti-cape?
Capes are so ugly.
What? It's just like a blanket you put on your back. How is
They're
that
the
ugly?
worst.
Actually, I've got blankets I could put on my back right now.
Yeah,
Let's
well,
pause and I'm gonna go get one.
No, we're gonna finish this. You are not gonna wear a cape while we play Neptune.
Yes, I will. I will, by God. You can't stop me. I'm going to buy a webcam so everyone can see me do it.
Gross.
No, we're gonna just from now on, it'll be you sitting here in your regular t-shirt like a regular person and me dressed in a procession of elaborate capes and hats.
Gross. Alright, let's kill this old woman first.
But I love her.
I thought you hated Arfoire now that you know she's piracy and
I just like her design, and I don't like what she represents, but she's the villain in this game, so it makes sense for her to represent
She
that.
did so much damage.
I need to put a cape on Pishi to cover up some of her revealing
Her assets.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Her turbo graphics.
Yeah, we need to cover up those turbo graphics.
She got 2 attacks. Ice punch and fire cat punch.
Okay, but the ice punch isn't an ice cat punch, okay.
No.
I can't believe I'm being overwhelmed. Where'd the voice acting go?
I don't know.
I am not planning on taking your life.
The English dub ate it.
Maybe. Now return my powers at once. Oh, despite being a game addict, you still aspire to be a goddess? Yes?
Yeah.
All girl gamers are goddesses, thank you. Praising me will get you nowhere. What? You thought I was praising you? No matter. Let's see how well you hold against my true power. And she turns back into conversation for some reason.
Yeah.
How cliche, just like the evildoers from an anime. These are like the same voice.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I need a better voice than this. Well, think how you like. But let's see if this will change your thinking. It moves so slow I don't know my inflection until it happens.
Yeah, that's Lady Greenheart.
Oh, so she can't... Who else can take these then?
Maybe it's only Arfoire.
Maybe. She's emulating it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Potentially.
That form? Yes, I will use your power to destroy you all. Now die.
I won't go easy on you at all.
What shall I do to you? Sleep now.
Sorry, we had an emergency come up. But yeah, did you see that? She immediately killed everyone but Cludia.
What the fuck? Are we just not supposed to... That was the first... Are we just not supposed to beat this?
Okay, so I'm gonna have to bring people back to life.
Yeah, this could be scripted, but we'll see.
I don't think it is. I think this is literally like... I think she had 2 attacks coming in, or she had 1 attack coming in, and her 1 attack coming in was literally kill 2 characters. I think that's what it actually was.
It targets 2 and it's instant death.
Yeah, something like that.
That is very possible.
What is this? That's not worth it.
Yeah.
And then we'll use that on Pishi and hope to God that Pishi gets another move.
Yeah, okay. Now we're still pretty hurt.
Yeah, we are exceptionally hurt. And also we were hurt from the last fight too, and it didn't heal us.
Yeah, okay.
It's this is some really messed up shit, to be honest.
So I understand that Arfoire is an emulation thing, so she can take the HDD forms, but I'm still thinking, I want just HDD forms for the regular humans, just to kind of, like under certain conditions, just to give them just an extra quirk that makes them worth keeping around. Maybe if you have, like, 2 HDDs goddesses out and then they both have to use their turn to give it to another character or something. I don't know. I would just like it because there's an obvious...
Oh, we did 0 and a miss, and then she healed herself for about 1,000,000 damage.
Oof.
I don't know if we're supposed to win this.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it would be nice. I know what you mean. Like,
because there's obviously a power imbalance.
yeah, look,
Certain
0,
characters
0,
are
0, 0, 0.
Yeah.
She's doing 0 damage across the board with an
Ooh.
EXE. So we're not meant to win this fight. Okay. Alright, that's fair.
My turn.
Yeah. I guess I could give some minor commentary on the design for Greenheart. I like the purple. I like the contrast it gives. Do you think it means something? Booty.
Yeah, I think she was supposed to kill all 3 of us with this attack and didn't succeed.
Okay, so do you think there's a
She did it
reason
again.
that green and white, Xbox and Wii are white for their suits, as is TurboGrafx, but that might not mean anything. But then Saturn and PlayStation are black. Do you think it's purely aesthetic, or do you think maybe
I think it's
they're
purely
divided into
aesthetic.
sides?
I mean, you could make the argument that it's also the variant colors for the actual consoles themselves, because like okay,
yeah.
Xbox, people forget the original Xbox was it was black and green, but then there is a white and green Xbox.
Yeah, and then the 360's default is white.
Yeah.
And then the Wii is usually white.
And the Saturn was black.
Yeah.
People forget
yeah,
that.
it
but
could
yeah,
just be
the
that.
Saturn was totally black.
It could just be. I want
Go
to
ahead
see
and do the
meaning where
voice.
there isn't. I hate to say it, but that was a worthy exhibition of my power. I can't believe it. Even in this form?
This is such a cheat. It has to be a mod.
Kind of. Ha ha ha, the sight of the goddesses groveling in front of me. Splendid. Ha. Kya.
Kia.
Kya. I guess. Neptune. Here's one for you too. Slap.
She's just like popping them.
Yeah, just sort of slap.
Lady
slap.
Vert.
Just waggling one hand in front of him.
Yeah.
Now that no one can get in my way, I'll slowly send you to your grave.
Oh no.
Do we get a game over screen? No.
I don't know.
Ah, Lady Vert is in danger. Ranran needs to get help quick. Was this character actually going to be the linchpin for this battle? What the hell?
I want Ron to turn into a fucking CPU.
God, wouldn't that be something?
She is the Ouya.
Great. Ranran thinks last station seriously sucks bad. Wow.
Yeah.
Ranran escaped from the horrible land, but what to do now? What?
Oh, she escaped last station and came to the Xbox land.
Okay. Ranran is hungry.